Hey there, Board Game Brody here with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table like Three of a Kind. This is a party game by Weird City Games. In Three of a Kind, you need to think alike, like with the other players, and you're trying to write the same answers to something that matches with the category and the three adjectives every single round. So to play, each player will take an answer card and a dry erase marker to use throughout the game. All the cards are shuffled, and the oldest player starts by drawing two category cards and then choosing one of the two to use for that round. They will read that aloud and place it face up for everyone to see. The dealer, who is the active player, then deals out two adjective cards to the next three players to their left. These players will each choose one of those cards to use for the round, placing them below the category card so that you can see all three of those. If you are playing with less than four players, then the dealer might also end up choosing one of the adjective cards for that round as well. All remaining cards are then placed in the discard area. So now you have a category with three adjectives, and each player will then write one answer on their answer card for each adjective in the space matching the adjective card's position. The answer can be anything that the player thinks that fits within the category as well as the adjective. You can never write the same answer in multiple spaces. You can write multiple words to describe something. You can use words shown on any of the cards, and your answers are not required to be factual. After everyone is ready and they have their three answers down, it's time to compare. The player who chose the adjective card starts with revealing their answer first, and all other players then reveal their own answers. Whoever matches with another player will gain the points equal to the number of players who match that answer. So there can be multiple groups who score different points depending on the number of players who matched their answers together. So really you want to match with the most people that you can. You will do this with the three adjective cards. After all players show their answers, if there are no matches, then the player who chose the adjective card awards 1 point to another player whose answer that they like the best. This is a style point. For each point a player scores, they mark off a box on their answer card. If all boxes are filled in, then that player will erase all the boxes and write a +40 on the card, and then continue marking off boxes from the top to continue keeping their score. Once all answers have been shared, each player will erase their answers and discard those cards that were used. The box for the first round is marked off, and the players continue with a new round. The player to the left of the dealer is now the new dealer, and they will continue playing. Now, after 6 rounds, the game ends, and the player with the most points wins the game. And let's do an example. Here are some cards. Now, you were not in turn to choose any of these cards, so bear with what we chose here. So pause the video real quick and pick 3 answers that fit the category and each of the adjective cards. Our category is Monopoly pieces, and the 3 adjectives are most popular, most likely to join a cult, and most likely to succeed. Okay, if you're ready, then let's show our answers, and we will score our points, without yours, so you potentially can make more points than we can, but it's all good. Here is the first card, most popular. We have Scotty Dog, Race Car, Dog, and Paper Money. So Scotty Dog and Dog, those match. That's 2 points for those players. The next card is most likely to join a cult. Top Hat, Hat, Wheelbarrow, and Scotty Dog. So Top Hat, 2 points for those players. And the last card, most likely to succeed. We have Hotel, Money, Paper Money, and Thimble. So those 2 players with the money, paper money, those match. 2 points for those players. And, well, how did you do? That's Three of a Kind, a fun party game about choosing an answer that others most likely will choose as well. The game does a good job letting lots of players participate in picking the cards during a round, that being the first player picking a category, and then 3 other players are picking other cards to help with choices. Then after that, it doesn't matter. You're trying to match your answer with the most people that you can. And surprisingly, many times players will have some random answers and that they will actually match with someone else's. It's not a game where you need to be creative or think of something crazy or different than everyone else. You are seriously just trying to think of the most common thing to match those cards and try to guess something that, everyone else would most likely also think of and guess that. Sometimes the cards make this very easy, while other times it's super random and hard to do, and that everyone has different answers, and that's okay. The cards are random, so sometimes the matchup on the cards, they don't really make sense, but you just gotta think of how you can connect them, while other times they work very well together, and sometimes it'll point very easily to, a set of words to match with all the other players as well. Players can play the game with different variants to help with, how you want to enjoy the game. You can draw 3 cards instead of 2 to help with more choices. This is recommended when playing a game with 2 to 4 players. And then you can always add in style points instead of only, giving style points when no one matches. There's also a 2-player challenge where players play together cooperatively. So if that's a 2-player thing, you got to check that out. Ultimately, this might be better, more comfortable game for some players to play because the goal is to give an answer that most others will also give. And this puts less pressure trying to be creative when sometimes you just aren't there or you don't have the energy at that time to do that. Again, this is Brody with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table. Like this one, 3 of a Kind. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We are working hard to bring to you videos like this one, so if these games are ones that you want to get to your own table.